Good morning, sir.
So today
Good morning.
we are looking at local government accounting. After the local government accounting, if time permits us, we look at cost benefit analysis and cost efficient analysis. So we start by introducing local government. Local government was created in 1976. So by the then head of state. The purpose of creating local government is to ensure that there is government at the grassroots, and local government is the third tiers of government, so that people who are at the local area, who are the rural area, they are going to feel the impact of the government. So local government is the third tiers of government, which was established to provide rapid development and growth at the rural area. And local government was established in 1976. So as it is right now, the number of local government we have in Nigeria is somehow 774 or 776. So that is the number of local government we have. So we start by looking at reason for creation of local government. Why do we have local government? What are the reasons why government creates local government? Reason for creation of local government. We start from there. So, number one reasons for creation of local government is local government are created with the ultimate goal of bringing government closer to the people at the grassroots. So this means that local government was created with the objective of ensuring that people feel the impact of the government at the grassroots. So grassroots democracy, grassroots governance will be experienced as a result of creation of local government. Another reason for creation of local government is because to accelerate development of the rural area. With the creation of local government, there are some things that there are some roads, there are some drainage, there are some gutters that state government will not be the one to construct them. State government will not be the one to provide them. This will be provided by local government. So by doing that, most of the community, they will experience growth and development, because state government cannot provide development to their area. So it is the local government that will help them to accelerate growth and development. So those people will feel impact of the government at the grassroots. So another reason for creation of local government. Local government staff serve as a training ground for future political leader. That means local government is a way of leadership training. Those who are aspiring to become a governor, those who are aspiring to become a president, those who are aspiring to become a senators, the general belief is that these people have to start from local government. By starting from local government, they will gather some experience. They will understand how governors look like. So by starting from there, that place will serve as a training ground for them, so they can experience more training and development. So accelerate the leadership training is one of the reasons for creation of local government. Another reason for creation of local government is to address the issue of domination and marginalization. Local government will address the issue of domination and marginalization. Some people believe that there have been some tribe, some community, they believe that because they are minority, they have been marginalized by the majority community. So in terms of if they want to do election for House of Rep, House of for Senate, for chairman, for any election that they want to conduct, because they are minority, that most of the majority indigene, they are the one that will that will appoint, that will elect candidates that is going to represent them. So because of that, they are being marginalized, and because of domination. So as a result of that, we have to create local government. Those who feel that they have been marginalized, one way or the other, they will have a representative in the local government, because in a local government we have councillor. Councillor come from one community. Even in some community, they may have like 2 or 3 councillors that will represent them in local government. So in that case, the minority group will not feel marginalized, because they are being represented by councillors. So addressing the issue of domination and marginalization is also one of the reasons for creation of local government. Creating job opportunity. Creating job opportunity. Local government will provide, we result into employment opportunity, job opportunity to the indigene of the local area. Most of the people, we cannot, it's not everybody that will get job with the state government. It's not everybody that will get job with the federal government. Creation of local government will also provide employment opportunity to some of the people residing in the community. Since they don't have access to state government job, since they don't have access to federal government job, one way or the other, they will be employed by the local government. So by doing that, it's going to create more job to the people, either directly or indirectly. So this is one of the reasons for creation of local government. Another reason for creation of local government again, establishing a channel of communication. Establishing a channel of communication is also one of the key reasons why local government was established. It will provide a channel of communication between the federal government and the state government, between the federal government and the people. If in your own community, in your estate, you have issue of insecurity, you may not report direct to state. You may not report direct to federal government. You have to report to the nearest local government. If the local government, they will come and assess the issue of that insecurity. If something that they can address, they will address it immediately. But if they cannot address it, if it is beyond their limit, that means they will help you to communicate to the state government. If state government cannot even address it, state government will communicate to the federal government. Say, for instance, in a community, there is a landslide in the community. In that case, that ecological issues is going to be reported to the nearest local government. The nearest local government will come and assess it. They will report it to the state. State will come and assess it. They will report it to the federal government. This is called channel of communication. So people will be communicated. So there will be proper channel where people will is going to be communicated among themselves. So this is one of the reasons for creation of local government. Another reason for creation of local government is promoting participation in politics. Promoting participation in politics. There will be more people to participate in politics because there is a government at the grassroots. Some people that don't like state politics, that don't like federal government politics, they will participate in the state in the local government politics. It will make them to be useful at the local government level. So this is also one of the reasons for creation of local government. So let's look at function of local government. What are the function of local government? Function of local government. Number one function of local government, as stated in the 1999 Constitution, is the consideration for the recommend to the states for consideration for economic planning and development of the local government area. One of the functions of local government relating to this is that they are the one that will recommend to the state, our state government, oh, please, this road is a major road. Please come and help us to renovate this road. Come and help us to construct this road. State government, oh, there is an area in our local government oh, that is being affected by erosion during rainy season. So please come and help us address the issue of erosion. Most of the people in the area they have been relocating because of water issue. So please come and help us. So they will be the one to recommend to state government that in our area, this is what we expect from you this year. This is what I think is our priority that you need to provide for us this year. They will be the one. It's one of their function. It's one of the local government function. Another function of local government, establishment and maintenance of cemetery, burial grounds, and home for destitute. Every local government will have their own cemetery. It is the function of local government that will ensure that they have cemeteries, they have burial grounds, they have home for destitute, so that all these things will be provided and people can have access to it. Licensing of motor vehicle, truck, and motor cars. This is also one of the key functions of local government. They provide license to motor vehicle. They also provide license to cars. They also provide license to trucks. Another one, establishment and maintenance of public market. Every area, they will have public market where people can trade, they can buy good in large quantity. So it is local government that will feed them that this is where we should be using for our public market. And they are the one that will maintain the public market. So also car parks too. Local government will provide car park so that there will not be indiscriminate parking in the major road. They will provide a space where people can park their car. You understand? So, and they will pay for that. People will pay for that. Those who are parking their car, they will pay for parking car in that place. Is this one too will bring revenue to the local government and is going to sanitize the issue of indiscriminate parking among the major roads. Also, public convenience. Local government have responsibility to establish public toilets in most of the major areas so that there will not be unwanted disease in the community through defecation in in different area of the community. So by virtue of that, local government should establish public toilets in the major area so that people can use it and they are going to pay for it. It's not free of charge, but it's better than not doing that. So this is also one of the function of local government. Another function of local government is construction and maintenance of road. So there are some roads drain drainage park. It is local government that will construct it. All those inner road, local government, they are the one that will construct it. They are the one that will be maintaining it. Maintenance of even major road should be one of the responsibility of local government. If the major road is constructed by the state government and along the line while using the road, there are some potholes in the road. I think local government should be the one responsible to maintain it. Because for you to say you're going to go and complain to state government, before state government will come to your head about the potholes in the major road, it's going to be long. So by virtue of that, if you can communicate with local government, I think local government should be the one to be doing that. So because they are close to the people, they know what the people need. They feel they feel the impact of the people, and they belong to the people. So local government should be the one to do that too. Numbering of houses and naming of streets. Local government, they will be the one to name a bus stop. Bado bus stop, this bus stop. Numbering of houses. Number 5, number 6. They are the one. Naming of street. This street is now Adekule Street. It's not Festus Street again. You understand? All this kind of thing is function of local government. Numbering of road and numbering, naming of road and streets, and numbering of houses is also the key function of a local government. Another function of local government: provision and maintenance of public convenience and refuse disposal center. They are the one that will provide that this is where you will be disposing your refuse. So don't dispose your refuse on the road. This is the designated area, designated place that you put your refuse. Is job function of local government. Another function of local government: registration of death, birth and marriage certificate. Registration of death, birth and marriage certificate. If a new baby was born, who is going to give them birth certificate? It is local government. And when you are married, you want to go to registry, it is local government that will give you marriage certificate. It's one of their function as stated in the 1999 Constitution. Control and regulation of outdoor advertising. Control and regulation of outdoor advertising is also another function of local government. Control and regulation of outdoor advertising is also a function of local government. Local government, they also provide primary and adult education. Provision of primary and adult education is also another function of local government. So construction of primary school, public primary school, it is local government that will do that. It is not a state government. Adult education where adult can learn, it is local government that will do that. It's not a state government. So it's another function. Provision of primary health care service. Provision of primary health care service. Primary health care service means local government, they will be the one to provide health center where people that have minor injury or severe minor pain can go for treatment. And primary health center, when those who are pregnant, they are about to deliver, and when there is no issue, they can go to that primary health care center and deliver there. So it's going to provide by this is provided by local government. It's one of the functions of local government. Provision of rural water supply. There are some areas they don't have water, they can't dig borehole. So water is very scarce in those areas. Local government can be going there every week and provide them water, bringing tank of water to the area so that people can fetch, so that they can use it to address their basic needs. So this is function of local government. Now, what are the sources of local government revenue? Sources of revenue of a local government council. What are the sources of revenue of a local government council? Where does local government derive revenue? There are three sources of local government revenue. Number one is called statutory sources. Number two is called permissive sources, while number three is called incidental sources of revenue. Each of these three sources, we are looking them one by one. Under each of these three sources, we have different sources of revenue under them. That means classify sources of revenue into three headings or three classification. One is called statutory sources, while the second one is called permissive sources, while the third one is called incidental sources of revenue. These are the major sources of revenue of a local government. Now, let's look at them one by one. Statutory sources of revenue. What are the statutory sources of revenue? Under the statutory sources of revenue, number one statutory sources of revenue is called statutory allocation from federation account. Every month, the federation account is being shared by the three tiers of government. Federal government have their own shares in the federation account, state government have their own shares in the federation account, and local government too have their own shares in the federation account. So in this federation account, 20.60% is being shared to the local government. That means all the local governments in Nigeria, they are going to collect 20.6% of the federation account, and they are going to share it among themselves. Federation account is an account maintained by the federal government, but it belongs to all the three tiers of government. That means it belongs to federal government, it belongs to state government, and as well as government, we are under statutory sources of local government. The network was bad. I have to change my network. So, like I mentioned earlier, one of the statutory sources of local government is called statutory allocation from federation account. Another statutory sources of local government is 10% of the state's internally generated revenue. 10% of the state's internally generated revenue. This is also one of the statutory sources of local government. 10% of the state internally generated revenue. This is also one of the statutory sources of local government. Another one is called share of value added tax. Another statutory sources of local government is share of value added tax. Value added tax collected by the federal government, by the Federal Inland Revenue Service, is shared among the three tiers of government. Local government have their own share, state government have their own share, as well as federal government. So every month, they share the proceeds of VAT, both state, both federal, local government, and state government. These are all statutory sources of local government revenue. Now, what are the permissive sources of local government revenue? Permissive sources of local government revenue. Under the permissive sources, let's look at them one by one. Taxes and levies. Local government, they collect taxes and levies. They collect tenement rate, they collect shop kiosk rate, they collect advert. So all these are, there are some taxes and levy collected from the commercial driver. It's permissive. Local government can generate that. Another one, radio and television license. Local government also collect radio and what? Television license. This is one of the revenue collected by the local government. Radio and television license is also another sources of. So tenement rates is under permissive sources of local government too. Marriage, birth and death registration fee is also under permissive sources of local government revenue. Motor park levies, market fees, all these of local government revenue. Advertisement permit fees is also under permissive sources of local government revenue. Religious establishment permit sources of local government revenue. Now, incidental sources of local government revenue. What are the incidental sources of local government revenue? One of them is proceed from economic projects. Some people call it proceed from commercial undertaking. Proceed from commercial undertaking. Local government too do business. They can sell, they can buy, they can do some other kind of business. So, example of proceed from commercial undertaking is farming. Some local government, they engage in farming. Some local government, they engage in transport business. They buy transport, they buy bus to people on hire purchase. They will be collecting the money on an installment basis. Some local government, they have all that they are renting for an event center. It's commercial undertaking. It will generate revenue for them. So all these are one of the incidental sources. Proceed from commercial undertaking, farming, transport business, rent of all these are commercial undertaking or economic projects. Grant from federal government or state government. Sometime federal government can give local government grants. State government can as well as give them grant to address some issues. Grant is an assistance given to the government. Investment income. Local government can go and invest their money, their funds in a bank that it will be generating interest. They can put their money into fixed deposit that it will be generating interest. Dividends received. Local government can subscribe for shares and they will be collecting dividends on the shares. This is investment income. Another one we have is proceeds from sales of seized goods or boarded vehicles. During the environmental, people were not allowed to open shop. Some people were now caught that they are doing trading during the environmental. Local government can have a task force that will go around to checkmate whether people are complying with the law. If people don't comply, those who don't comply, some of their good may be seized. Those good that is seized, local government have power to sell it, to auction it. So it's one of the incidental sources of revenue. Local government can have transport task force, anti-one way for those who normally pass one way. If your vehicle is caught passing one way, the vehicle can be the local government can arrest the vehicles, and before you pay back, before your vehicle will be released, you have to pay the penalties. Another incidental sources, we have donation. Donation from individual, private individual, or companies is an incidental sources of local government revenue. Donation from private individual or company is an incidental sources of local government revenue. So all these are the sources of local government revenue. All these are the sources of local government revenue. Now, let's look at administration of local government council. Administration of local government council. how do we administer the local government council? Local government council, they are being administered by both executive and legislative arms. The chairman of the local government, the vice chairman, they are the executive. The treasurer, the secretaries, the council manager, they are the executive. Why the legislative, they are the councillors. The councillors, they are the legislative. These are the people that administer local governments. However, we are students of accounting. We need to know, because in the long run, we may find ourselves in one of these positions. And one of the positions that is so important to us as an accounting student is function of local government treasurer. Function of local government treasurer. What are the functions of local government treasurer? Local government treasurer, they are the ones that manage and control the local government finances. The finances of the local government is being managed and controlled by local government treasurers. Now, let's now look at their function. One of the functions of local government treasurer is what? Rendering of financial advice to local government. Local government treasurer, they provide an advice, financial advice to the council. They advise the council. Local government treasurer, they also serve as the secretary of the budget committee. That means during the budget preparation of the local government, it is the treasurer, bring an experienced person in finance, is the one that will serve as the secretary, is the one that will help them formalize the budget, is the one that will help them prepare the budget as stated in the guideline of the local government. Receiving and disbursing money to authorized persons. Receiving and disbursing money to authorized person is also one of the functions of local government treasurer. Receiving and disbursing money to authorized person is also one of the functions of local government treasurer. Keeping proper accounting record of the money collected. Local government, they will keep, the treasurer is the one that will keep the record of all the revenue collected by the local government. All the revenue collected by the local government, it is the treasurer that will keep the record, that will maintain the account of those money collected by the local governments. Another one is ensure compliance with all financial instruction. Ensure compliance with all financial instruction or law for safety custody of the council money. Ensure compliance with all financial instruction or law for safety custody of the council money. This is also one of the key functions of a local government. Local government, they also ensure that voucher are correctly made out and those funds are available. They ensure that when you want to make payment, you raise payment voucher and they ensure that fund is available for the payment vouchers. Local council treasurer, they also render statutory return to the state and federal government if they want to prepare financial report on the local government. If state government is asking local government to prepare their financials, all the revenue, all the expenditure, all the assets, it is treasurer that will supervise that because that is his area and is the one that will be doing monthly return to the state government or the federal government as per the financials. Local government treasurer also ensure that an effective and accounting control system, they maintain an effective and efficient accounting control. This is one of the functions of local government. Local government treasurer serve as a signatory to the council bank account. Local government treasurer, they serve as a signatory to the council bank account. This is also one of the functions of local government treasurer. Now, what are the functions of local government head of personnel management? What are the functions of local government head of personnel management? Function of local government head of personnel management. One of the functions of local government head of personnel management is that all voucher and check shall be signed by the head of personnel management. All contractual agreement, local purchase order, and any other document relating to contracts and supply shall be signed by the head of personnel management. The head of personnel management, they also be the facilitator of audit alarm committee of the local government council. They are the facilitator of audit alarm committee of the local government council. Head of personnel management, they implement audit reports. They also implement audit reports. Head of personnel management, they also head junior staff management committee. Head of personnel management is also the secretary or administrative officer of the local government council. Now, we have done that. Let's look at financial control of local government council. Financial control of local government council. How do we control the finances of a local government? How do we control the finances of a local government? How do we control their finances? How do we ensure that the revenue of the local government is not diverted? How do we ensure that people are not mismanaging local government funds? How do we ensure that all the expenditure of the local government, they are properly incurred? So All these are the financial control of local government. Basically, what are the internal control of the local government finances? Because the financial control, we said, is divided into two: internal control and external control. So what are the internal control of the local government finances? One of the internal control of the local government finances is issuance of financial authority. Issuance of financial authority. Financial authority means warrant. Warrant is an instruction given to the treasurer to disburse money from the local government account. Before they can spend money, somebody have to issue the warrant, which is the local government chairman. They have to give an instruction, disburse this money. Treasurer cannot just spend money without warrant. And that warrant has some limits. There is a limit of fund chairman can approve. There is a limit of fund vice chairman can approve. There is a limit of fund the council manager can approve. Another measure, internal control measure, is appointment of various committees for different services or different projects. Appointment of various committees for different services or different projects. This is one of the internal control system of a local government. Each of the projects, work projects, should be headed by a committee. There should be committee of work. There should be committee of environment. There should be committee of finance. There should be committee on health. There should be committee on revenue. There should be committee on chieftaincy titles. Each of the areas should have their own committee. Centralization of all payments. All payments made by the local government should be centralized. It should be from one account, one purse. It should be from the top. Every department, if they want to make any payment, the payment should be from the finance department. And the payment should be the local government chairman should be aware of the payment. So centralization of all payments, they are very important too. It's one of the internal control system of a local government. Another internal control system that we have is establishment and maintenance of internal audit departments. Establishment and maintenance of internal audit departments. Local government should have an internal audit department that audit their finances, that audit their account, that monitor the control systems. These are also internal control. Preparation of budget too. Local government should have budget estimates that show their revenue and expenditure for the year. Before they can spend, that their spending must be in line with the budgets. Establishment of spending limits. Local government should have a limit of spending, the limit of money that they can spend. Establishment of spending limit is also one of the internal control system of a local government finances. Spending or authority limits. What are the external control? What are the external control? One of the external control is called legislative control. One of the external control is called legislative control. The control implemented, the control carried out by the legislative arms, the control carried out by the National Assembly or the Senate or the House of Assembly on the local government activities. That is legislative control. Please, let's try to mute our audio. Legislative control. The National Assembly can be demanding for monthly reports from the local government on how they spend their money. Legislative control. The National Assembly can invite the chairman to come and look at how they spend their money. That is legislative control. So we have another one called executive control. Executive what? Control. The control implemented by the executive arms on the local government. The control implemented by the executive arms. That is executive control. State government can implement a control on local government. Federal government can implement a control. Every month, state government will ask the local government to be preparing their financial. State government will ask the local government to be preparing their financials. That is executive control. We have another control, general public control. The general public, they will be the one, they also control the local government by monitoring all the projects that local government are doing to know whether those projects are standard or not. By monitoring that, by ensuring that if local government they publish it in the newspaper that they have constructed this road, the general public should be the one to tell the media that this road has not been completed. General public can also serve as a whistle blower if they want to be. We have another control, another external control called Auditor General Control. External auditor control. Under the external auditor control, we have Auditor General for the local government control, Auditor General for the state government control. We also have Auditor General for the federation control. These are control on the local government finances. Auditor General for the federation control. We have Auditor General for the state control. we have Auditor General for the local government control. The Auditor General, they will audit the account of the local government. Auditor General for the federations belong to the federal government. Sometimes they can carry out oversight function on the local government by coming to review their records, by looking at the statutory allocation given to the local government. Auditor General can request for the report on how local government spend the statutory allocation. Auditor General for the state, every month, state government will send the Auditor General to go and be reviewing the records, the book and records of the local government. At the end of the year, Auditor General for the state too is going to carry out audit of the local government accounts. Auditor General for local government. State, in every state have 2 Auditor General. State governor appoints 2 Auditor General. One of the Auditor General appointed by the state government is called Auditor General for state, while the second one appointed is called Auditor General for local governments. So the Auditor General for the states will be the one to be looking at the accounts of the local government, report of the local government. Why the Auditor General for the local government too? That one, every day, they look at the report of the local government on a daily basis. They look at that and they provide reports. Yeah. So these are the external control of a local government too. These are the external control of a local government. Now, let's look at problems of a local government in Nigeria, or limitation of local government in Nigeria. What are the problems or limitation of local government in Nigeria? What are the problems or limitation of local government in Nigeria? One of the problems or limitation of local government in Nigeria we have is local government council, they are not independent of the state government. That means lack of local government autonomy. Local government council, they have lack of autonomy. They have been controlled by the state government. Most of the taxes and levy that are supposed to be collected by the local government, most of them have been hijacked by the state government. So lack of local government autonomy is one of the challenges of local government. Local government, they have inadequate funds to execute projects. This is one of the challenges of local government or problems of local government. Inadequate funds to execute projects. They don't have enough funds to execute projects. Most of the funds that local government have is not adequate enough to execute projects. Inadequate funds to execute projects. Another one is delay from the federal government and state government in releasing statutory allocation. Delay from the federal government and state government in releasing statutory allocation. Federal government and state government don't release funds on time to the local government to execute their project. The statutory allocation given to the federal government, to the state, to the local government by the federal government are not released on time. Even if it is released, it's going to be through the state government. And some state government will not give local government that statutory allocations. Another problem is rising costs or increase in demand for improved service. There is a lot of responsibility that people want from the local government. There is a lot of demand that people need from the local government. And local government don't have enough resources to attend to all the demand. So people keep on demanding a lot from the local government. They feel local government is like a state government. So they demand a lot from them. So from demanding a lot from them, a lot of things that they demand from them, local government don't have enough resources to attend to that. So this affects local government a lot. Another problems or challenges of local government is ineffective or inefficient management of local government council fund. Ineffective or inefficient management of local government fund. Most of the fund of local government, there is mismanagement of it. There is embezzlement of local government fund, mismanagement of it by the local government official. People embezzle the local government fund, people mismanage it. Those officials of the local government, they mismanage it, they embezzle it. This affects local government to function efficiently because they mismanage the fund, they embezzle it. Those officials of the local government, the elected officials of the local government, they mismanage local government funds, they also embezzle it. So this also affects local government to function. Another one, inadequate qualified and experienced personnel. Most of the people that run the local government council, they don't have qualification and experience. Most of the people that is elected as an official of the local government, some of them are not a graduate. What the law say, for you to be elected as a local government chairman, you must have a first school leaving certificate, which is primary school certificate. So those who are running the affair of local government, they don't have the qualification and experience. They have not managed industry, managed projects. They just find the opportunity to be in politics and they are elected. So this affects local governments too. Poor revenue collection in the local government council. Local government council, they are not active in enforcement of revenue collection. They are not active in the enforcement of revenue collection. Most of the revenue, there are a lot of loopholes in the local government in terms of revenue collection. most of the revenue that's supposed to be collected by the local government are not collected on time. There is a lot of loopholes in those areas. Political instability of the local government. The tenor, the structure of politics in the local government is not stable. The elected official of the local government, they don't have stable tenor. What this one means is that governor, when a new governor comes in, is going to dissolve the local government. He's going to appoint a caretaker committee. Despite that, the tenure of those local government chairman is yet to expire. He's going to dissolve them. He's going to bring his own people. So local government don't have stable structures. There's political instability. As there is changes in governors, local government too, they change them from time to time. Governor will appoint his people to head the local government. Another challenges of local government we are facing is tribalism and nepotism. There is a tribal sentiment in the local government. Tribe sentiment in the local government. They will be talking of tribe. This one is my people. This is what I'm going to give them. These are the people that have the benefits. It's too much at the local government level. All these are the problems of local governments. Now, what are the concept of local government memorandum? What is concept of local government memoranda? What do you understand by financial memoranda for local government? What are the financial memoranda for local government? Financial memoranda for local government is a publication made by the local government. A publication made by the local government, which contain the administrative guideline. It contains the administrative guideline and systems that show the role and responsibility of all the officers of the local government. In this financial memoranda, it shows the role and responsibility of the local government chairman. It also shows the role and responsibility of treasurer, the role and responsibility of secretary to the local government. Each of the officials of the local government state out their roles and responsibility. This is financial memoranda of a local government. Objective of financial memoranda. What are the objectives of financial memoranda? To expressly highlight the implication of disbursed government fund. To expressly highlight the implication of disbursed government fund. To highlight the implication of disbursed government fund properly and property without proper authority and approval. To also serve as an administrative guideline which facilitates day-to-day running of the local government. to serve as an administrative guideline which facilitates day-to-day running of the local government. To facilitate recording of the local government financial transaction using appropriate accounting method. To facilitate recording of the local government financial transactions using appropriate accounting method. Another objective of financial memoranda, to serve as a learning tool for officer on force appointments. To serve as a learning tool for officer on force appointments. Now, what are the content of financial memoranda? What are the content of financial memoranda? One of the content of financial memoranda is format of budget and budgetary control. 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 Financial responsibility of the chairman and other accounting officer of a local government is one of the content of local government financial memoranda. The responsibility of local government secretary, treasurer, and head of department. The responsibility of local government secretary, treasurer, and head of department. The power and function of Auditor General for local government. The power and function of Auditor General for local government is also another content of local government financial memoranda. The various financial offenses and their respective sanction. The various financial offenses and their respective sanction is also another content of local government financial memorandum. The means of revenue collection and control. The means of revenue collection and control. This is another function of local government financial memoranda. The book of account kept in the local government. The book of account kept in the local government. This is another content of local government financial memoranda. The custody, accounting, and control of stores. The custody, accounting, and control of stores. This is another content of local government financial memoranda. So, by next week, we are going to solve questions on this local government. The last area we need to look at today, fee charging policy in the local government council. How does local government council charge fee? What are the steps local government use to charge fee? Fee charging policy in local government council. If local government want to charge fee, they look at the level of development in the area. One of the factors that local government use to charge a fee is level of development in the area. They also look at the status of people in the communities. The status of people in the communities. They also look at the nature of service to be rendered. They look at the nature of service to be rendered. And they also look at the skills and technical competence of those required to perform the service. The skills and technical competence of those required to perform the service. These are the factors that determine the fee charging policy of the local government. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we are going to stop today. So, by God's grace, on Friday, I've formalized it. So, every Friday in the night, we'll be having 1 hour lecture on public sector accounting. This lecture is going to be a combined lecture for our physical students and our online students. So starting from next week, Friday, by God's grace, we start our 1 hour lecture. That one will not stop our lecture in this morning. So, but every Friday, we'll be holding lectures. So thank you. Do we have any question, any observation?